Yo, VIP. Let's kick it.
Hi, and welcome back to Luxe Garage. I'm Jason, and this is Luxe Garage. Thanks for coming back and seeing me. I decided to take a break from doing the air videos, and I found a box of loose cars, actually a couple boxes of loose cars, and I thought I'd go through them with y'all. And I also got a killer mail call, so we'll go over the mail call first. Now, I've only seen a couple of these in my 27 plus years of collecting, so I'm really excited about this. I've already opened at the top here and took a peek inside, but you got to check this out. Try to be careful with it. And these are called Hot Wheel touch-up hang-ups. So basically, take these markers, you color it in. You got this twine here that goes through, or yarn, hang it up with. Here's a couple pictures of it. But it's raised surface plastic pictures, touch color to hang. These was made in 1982, so probably would have come out in 1983. So on the back here of the package, kind of tells you the directions and what to do, but then also has a picture of all the different sets. So I'm going to be trying to get all these completed sets. I have two of these. This is the first one. This one's the Earth Mover and the Rescue Squad. And of course my favorite one of all would be right here at the Hot Bird and the Dixie Challenger would be my favorite set, but we'll be trying to find all these. I've got two of them today to go over, and these are really cool. Here's my first one. Really nice shaped box. These things are pretty good size. Let me try to get this one moved and we'll get over to the next one so y'all can see. And here you've got your Hot Wheels touch and color hang up of this one's the Truckin' Along and the Daredevils. If you look there, you've got your Thrill Drivers, Torino, you got your Cobra right there. You got your semis over here on this side. 1982 also, so 1983. And then of course the back with the pictures of the ones. So the ones I'm going to need are these two and these two. And of those, this one's really cool, but this one right here is going to be my favorite. Sorry, I'm trying to show you this. I've got a monitor set up over here so I can kind of see what I'm showing you. I'm trying different setups so y'all can see what's going on, but we'll put both of these together. They're huge. I love them. These things are really cool. So I want to get the other two to complete this set. So this is something that I'll keep in the collection. I love all the odd, harder to find kind of stuff. I also got a couple of Blackwalls, actually 3 in here that he sent also. And we'll see what this first one is. First one here is a Jeep CJ7. And it's got the black interior, so it's got the white around the windshield with the black interior. So this would have been probably the original 1982 release. Try to get this plastic off of it. Alright, and there you go. You got the Jeep CJ7. This is the Hong Kong base, black interior with the white around the windshield. So this was the original 1982 release version, Hong Kong base. So I'll have to compare that with the others I got. If you can buy cut cards, you know you've got a really nice car or close to mint car in a pack. You can buy them cut like this. You can compare them with what you've already got and then decide, hey, which one's better. You know, that kind of thing. So that's really cool. See what this next one is. Okay, I see the turbo wedge there already. This is the green one. So the green one was the first release, and I believe it was out in 1980. Let's get this out there. And here's your green one. This is the turbo wedge. and this is a Hong Kong base, and this come out in 1980. So there again, buying a cut card, you don't feel too bad if you open it, if you need one that's in mint condition. So got that one, and let's see what else we got. One more over here. Another cut card. This is also a turbo wedge. This is the orange version. And the orange version, I believe, come out in 1982. And this was going to have been the second release. And yeah, you got a Hong Kong base there. Now, I'm pretty sure there's a Malaysia base too. So that's the Hong Kong orange base, but it come out in 1982. And so that's cool. So you get the orange one, got the green one, two different color variations there. Both got the Hong Kong base. And that's pretty cool right there. So that's an awesome mail call. I want to go ahead and get this stuff put up. Alright, we got that moved. Now I got this 24 car collector's case. This is a Blackwall collector's case, and this come out in 1980. Most of your cases in the 80s were made out of this vinyl material, and you can see it's got a nice little Blackwall picture there on the front. It's got the doozy, got a couple caterpillars, got a stalker there going on down through there. But anyway, so it's got this little snap on the front, and then you've got your trays in the bottom. Now this has got two sets of trays. And I don't know if these trays are original to this one or not, because back in the day, everybody would display their stuff to sell. They'd have them out on tables in these trays and get mixed up. Anyway, I'm rambling. So we'll get started. Now, I thought I'd go ahead and do a video on going through a couple of these and showing you how I decipher on which ones that I want to keep and stuff. If you're new to collecting Blackwalls, Redlines, Rule Riders, I would suggest to get one of these. Now, first thing I do is I grab this book. This is the one I carried since I've got it brand new. I've wore it out so much I had to staple or put the holes in it and put it inside this binder. And I just go through and I mark off every car and variation that I got in it. And I write in anything that I can't figure out where it goes here, and I try to find another one. But anyway, we'll start with this first car. This is the Turismo, and this come out in 1981. And this one's actually based off of the DeLorean. And this one has black interior, and it's got a Malaysia base there from 1979. But this casting didn't hit the shelves till 1981. The 1979 was the year that they actually molded this base. So usually it's a year behind, but this one's actually a couple years behind, so it probably was late run of 79 into early 1980, and then this one was released in 81. But anyway, so the first thing I do is I grab this. I grab my tow mark. I know that it is a Turismo, so I jump to the back. I find the Turismo in the index here, and it says it's on page 62. So I jump over to page 62. Just bear with me. I do know how to count. Okay, so I go to the page 62 here. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. And then I find the Turismos right here. 1982 on page 62. So we'll look at it right here. It says A2. I got 9.5 and a 9 written there. So that means I've already got the first and the second run, and I've got a yellow one down here and 8.5. So I'm looking at this Malaysia one, and it says it's a 9. So basically now I go ahead and pull these down. So the first one here is the Hong Kong with the tan interior. This was the one we just got out of the case. This was the first run. So we know the tan interior, Hong Kong base. So I know that that one can go right back up in its spot. Now these I've got lined up as they come out per car. So as they come out, I just kind of have them lined up. Like this will be all different variations. Now everything on here is a different variation. So you'll see a lot of the same cars. But believe me, there's something going on with the base or paint or something. But anyway. So now we'll get these other three and we'll check the bases on them. So looks like this base and this base are the same. And alright, looks like all the bases are the same. So now I look at the color and the tempo differences. And then I kind of, when I got one saying a 9, it's kind of hard. I don't ever give anything a 10 because there's usually some kind of rub in the package or a chip or something. It's hard to get a 10 on a lot of these with a lot of tempo. So what I do is I just basically compare, and I want to keep what I feel like to me is the best shaped one. It's nothing like filling one, because like when I list stuff on eBay, I take pictures of it. I try to note all the issues with it. But pictures, a lot of times, just like anything you're buying, like a real car or anything on Facebook Marketplace or on eBay, sometimes they look a whole lot better than what it actually is. So getting them right next to each other, checking them out, making sure which one you like the look of better. You might have a rub on the top, but the side may be better. So anyway, I'm rambling again. So what I do is I compare them. So it looks like I'll keep these two. And these two are different shades of red. And they're different colored yellows on the side. So little different shades of red, little bit different shades of yellow, little color swing, but they're enough significance that I want to keep those two. So I'll keep those two. I'll put them back up into the collection. I didn't upgrade, so I don't have to mark through the 9 and put a 9.5. Now this one, since I have extra of it, we'll go over in another tray and it will be sold off later down the road. And that's how I go through mine. So as long as I have this tow mark with me when I'm out looking, and if I've got a 9, it's hard to really upgrade a lot. But if I've got a 9.5, it's almost impossible. But if you find something Jim meant, you'll know as you start collecting these older cars. So next we got this Monte Carlo Stalker, and this one actually come out in 1979. If you look on the base, I don't know if I can get it in there or not, but it says 1974. So the first one come out as a red line. It was yellow, and then this was the 79 release. They also released it in 76 under a different name called the Lowdown. But finding one of these years with the good, well, any of those Monte Carlo Stalkers with good paint and good shape is difficult, because even in the package they would rub back and forth and rub the tops and the sides. But if you even moved it much and you got a first nick, it went ahead and cut into the paint pretty good, because it's got quite a few colors on it. But anyway, beside the point, that's real cool. I've got some of these in really good shape, so this will probably be a sell one. Still want to compare it to the older ones later down the road. And next here we've got the Vetti Funny. This is the Tom McEwen Mongoose. This is the English leather drag car, and this one's got different variations on it. This is the 1979 release, and it's got your Hong Kong base there. You can kind of see there. And this one's got a couple different color windows in it for variation, but the hardest one would be the one that's got the red is switched out with white. And if you can find the one with the red with the white switched out, the white one is very expensive. So anyway, they also had another version of this come out, same casting, called the Papa Vet in 1986. And next we got the Firebird Funny Car. And this was a 1986 Kellogg's promo that come out. Now this casting originally come out in 1982. And later down the road, they actually had a Spawn Mobile come out in the mid-90s of this. So Missing the front wheels on this one. Don't look like it ever had rivets to hold it in. It's pretty good shape other than the front wheels are missing. So I'll have to check that with the other ones. Of course, sucks that the front wheels are gone, but anyway. Next we got the top eliminator here. This one is a lot of people call the Hemi Hauler because it says Hemi Hauler on the side. It's a funny car that lifts up, and this is the same casting as the Snake funny car and the Snake 2, and even the Mongoose and the Snake both use the same casting in 74. But anyway, this is the 78 release. You can tell that because of the red AC tempo there on the back quarter panel. And if it had a blue AC there on the back quarter panel, it would be a 77 release. And you can see there on the base, I know it's hard to see, they're still using the base. This one come out in 1969, so 1970. So they're still using the same base all the way through. That's what it says. So whenever you find cars out in the wild and you see a base car and go, oh, it's 1969. This one actually come out in 78, but it's using the same base. So a lot of people get confused with that. Anyway, I'm rambling. And next here we've got the Hot Bird. And this one's got the gold hot ones. And got your Hong Kong 1977 base. So this was a 1982 release of the hot ones, and they first come out in 1978, and it had Blackwalls, and then in 1989-90 they come out with this same one in a package with the red interior, and that's really difficult to find too. And it also come out as Captain America in 1979. And next here you've got another one of my favorite castings. This is the 56 Hightail Hauler, and this one actually has the no roof tempo. So this was a 1978 release. See there on the bottom there. Anyway, this is a 78 release because the 77s, first ones had red lines and it had a roof tempo, and the other ones didn't have the roof tempo and had Blackwalls. So they used the rest of the body off the red lines into the Blackwalls, transition pieces, and then this one come out in 78 with no roof tempo. So really cool. I'd like to show those. Let me. Alright, so the first one here come out as a red line, 1977, and it's in pretty good shape. This one's been signed by Larry Wood, so that's why that one's sitting in the collection. Then I've got one that's a little bit better shape there, red line, and it's the same thing, it's just not signed. So then we go into the Blackwall. This is what I was talking about for the 77 year. You can see it's got the roof tempo, and it's a Blackwall version. And then you go into your, this is one that was in my collection already. Same thing, missing the roof tempo. And so you got that going on. So this one will compare to this one as far as for variations. So we would look and check it out. We look at the variations on the, see if there's anything on the base. Don't see anything. There's a little bit of color variation on the hoods there. One's more yellow, one's more white colored. So, and the placement on them are kind of all over the place. So that's pretty cool. So I'll probably keep both of these. And then I also have this one. And if you'll put this one, if you'll put this one next to one of these other ones here, this one's a whole lot darker than this one. And that's why I kept it. And it don't have a roof tempo either. It's just a lot darker color swing. And this last one here, I guess I should have got a yellow bike out too.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
And this is what they changed. Should have been yellow. So what they do is same thing they did with these yellow ones here. They run the body on the red line. Then when they run out of red lines, they finished up using the bodies into the Blackwalls. And then whenever they got done out of the orange into the blue, they still had some interiors left over. So you're going to have a lot fewer with these black interiors than you're going to have with the yellow interior, which makes this one a very expensive car trying to find the transition pieces. So that's where I get to collecting eras. There's a lot of variations in transition pieces. A lot of different things to collect whenever it comes to collecting, and then this is just some of them. And this casting also come out in 1985 under the name Good Old Pick 'em Up in a Real Rider. And so that was pretty cool. So I'll go ahead and get these put up and then we'll keep on moving. And next here we've got the Silver Surfer van. If you look at the windshield there, it's more of a blue tinted. So this was a 1982 release. And the 1981 release was more of a clear. This base says Hong Kong. Of course, it was cast in 78. It was cast called The Inside Story. This is based on a Ford Aerostar van. It's called The Inside Story because you look inside and there's a little, like a go-kart race car there in the back of the van. So let me grab you yeah, here's the first release. This is a 1981 release and this is the 82. If you look at the 81, it's more of a clear window, and the 82 release is more of a blue window. Now the bases are basically going to be the same, Hong Kong base and all, but the windshield's what gives it away on what year it come out and all that good stuff. So that's really cool. I've already got one of these in really good shape, so I have to compare those later. But it was also called the Spider-Man van to come out also in 79. Alright, next we've got the GMC Motorhome. This is the Blackwall version, and it does have the plastic base. I have the Redline version somewhere. This one originally come out in 1977 as a Redline and a 6-pack. And I've got it somewhere. I was hoping I'd find it when I was going through this stuff. Of course, this is the Blackwall version. The Redline version is going to have a metal base. And then halfway through the run, of course, they have this out also in basic wheel with a metal base. This is the plastic base, so this was a 78 release. And so anyway, it's not bad shape, but these are also, they get nicked and damaged pretty easy. Still cool casting. And next here we've got another one of my favorite castings. This is the Dixie Challenger. It does have the U-roof. Now most people think that this is actually based off of a Challenger, but it's actually based, if you'll look there on the side profile, and then you'll look at the grille, it's actually made after a 1971 through 1974 Dodge Charger. And I have a 74 Dodge Charger real car that I drive. But this is the 82 release with the U-roof. So that's pretty cool. They had the rebel flag on the top for the first year in 81, and it was competing with Dukes of Hazzard because Ertl had the rights of it. So they had to make something close the kids would recognize, because Dukes of Hazzard was probably the #1 TV show at the time. But anyway, we won't get into all that. Alright, next here we've got a Grease Gremlin. And if you look there, this one's made out of the AMC Gremlin. And it's got the Hong Kong base. This is a 1979 release with the Hong Kong base. The one that's still looking for me is the Real Rider version. And people fake these a lot with the Real Rider version, but you've got to look for this stripe here being white going up the side and Real Riders, because a lot of people fake these but didn't really realize that there's supposed to be a white stripe on that. I'm going to put a picture of a real one up. I don't have a real one. A long time ago I traded for what I thought was a real one, but it wasn't, and I learned my lesson that way. So if you're newer to collecting, some stuff to look for, I'll put a picture of it up here. I don't want to keep rambling, but I do want to kind of go over these cars and kind of tell people about them as I go too. And the last one in the first tray here is a Camaro Z28. Now this is based off of a second gen Camaro, like a 78 through 81 model, because you can tell by the hood there. And this one's got the gold hot one. So this was the 1986 release of this car, and you got Camaro spelt right on a date bar. That's all off of that one. We'll go ahead and get the other one out here. Alright, we'll go ahead and get started with the next one here. Alright, first off here we've got the Teetotaler. This is the brown version. So this come out in 1978. And it's a Blackwall brown version. It's got a Hong Kong base there on it. And the first one of these come out in 1977. It was a black version with red lines. And it was in a 6-pack only. And then they went into Blackwalls, you know, after that. So tough piece to find in red line and black. But this is the Blackwall 1978 version in brown. So it's pretty cool. Next we've got the AOK. This is from 1978, and it's got the Hong Kong base there on that one. And this is the first release of this one, 1978, and this one is based off of an old Ford Model A delivery, so it's pretty cool. Next here we've got the Malibu Grand Prix, and this one is the 1982 release. It's got a Malaysia base. You can see the base year there. It says 1973. So this one come out in 74 first, called the El Rey Special. Then they re-released in 1976 called the PACK. And then in 1984 they come out with the Golden Lightning. So, and then of course the Malibu Grand Prix. So you got 4 different names with the same casting. So that's pretty cool. And next here you got the Fiero 2M4. It's got the gold hot ones. It's got the flag on the front there. Got the Malaysia base. Even says the hot ones there on the base. Now this one was the 1987 release because it's got the gold hot ones with the flag and the Malaysia base. So that's pretty cool. Alright, and next here we've got the Jet Sweep X5. And it's called the Jet Sweep X5. It's got a jet engine there on the inside. It's a concept race car. This come out of the Ultra Hots line. Ultra Hots, when they first come out, had a lot of this lightning bolt stuff going on with it. And it's hard to find this one in great shape because the way that they were painted, plus, you know, these plastic pieces are pretty brittle and they get broke off a lot. Kids would run over them with stuff because it's just like a little wedge there, basically. And this is the first release from 1985. So, got the Hong Kong base there. That's pretty cool. I've got another one right here of it. So you can kind of see a little bit of a difference in the colors on those. So you're going to have a lot of that stuff on this type. Then, of course, you know, check out how shiny the bases are and make sure that there's no variations on the base. And these look pretty straightforward. And then you can see that the flames are a little different, or the little sparks or whatever you call them are a little different. But that's pretty cool right there. I'll have to check and see which one's the best for my collection in a little while. But anyway. And next we've got another one of the Ultra Hot series. You can see the lightning bolt paint job. And this one's called the Wind Splitter. And this one actually come out in 1985 because it's this with the blackened base. Actually says Wind Splitter there on the back. Now this is actually a BMW M1 casting that they renamed in 1985. It originally come out in 1983 as the BMW M1. So that's pretty cool. And next here we've got the Construction series. This is the Airport Rescue. It's got your 8 basic wheels there. This one is actually made in Hong Kong. This is 1981 release. Still got both of your water cannons there on top, which those come up missing a lot. It's got some chips and dings on it, but all in all, not too bad a shape. This is very heavy because it's solid metal. So that's a pretty cool casting. Next here we've got the Cadillac Seville. And this one come out in 1982. It is a Hong Kong base. It actually says 1980, but it come out in 82. And this is the first release of it. So that's pretty cool. And this next one's one you don't see a whole lot. This one's called the Landlord. This come out in 1982. And it's got the Hong Kong base on it. And there was also a Malaysia base version, but this come out in 1982. And a lot of times it's missing this canopy because it'll pop right off if you ain't careful, or these side pipes got broke off there. So pretty cool little piece. Next here you got the Speed Seeker. This is the white Ultra Hot version. It's got the green snake there on the hood. Now this one come out in 1987. And a lot of people know this one as the Mantis. It come out originally in 1970 as a redline Mantis. And the difference was in the back here, it had an exposed exhaust and engine here. And then in the 1973, they named it the Double Vision, and they took away the engine sticking out, and then you're left with this thing here. So it's been called the Double Vision, the Mantis, and then the Speed Seeker. So that's pretty cool. And then the last one of the case here is the construction crane. Now this one come out in 1982. It's hard to see there. Got your Hong Kong right there on the base. It's in the front right there on the top. And this is the first release of it. You don't see it a lot. A lot of times this crane's messed up whenever you do find them. So another 8-wheeled basic wheel. But this one's got a plastic base. So that's really cool. So that kind of finishes up those 24 cars in that case. I also brought this set down from the garage. Now I opened it to make sure it was in there. This is the 25th anniversary All-Star Cars Showcase Collection, and this come out in 1993. And right there on the back, you've got your different things on display there. It tells you all the cars that are in it right here. It also shows you a picture of what it looks like. Then it shows you the trading cards down there in the corner. I have a set of those somewhere. It's got the Tow March 25th anniversary. It come out. That was the first Tow Mart that come out in 1983. Mike Strauss made that. He also started the Hot Wheels Collectors Newsletter. He also started the Collectors Conventions. And so, anyway, we'll go ahead and open this and check it out. By the way, here's the 25th anniversary book. This is the first book that he put out, Mike. And this one's mostly black and white, but it's got some really cool pieces in here. And there was one page in particular I wanted to show you. It's called Rare and Valuable Hot Wheels there. And then it shows you some hard ones to find there. And it's really cool. Kind of see the prices back in the day. Everybody would probably jump on them right now for those type prices. But that was prices in 1993. So anyway, this is one of the original first books. I still reference it a lot because there's a lot of pictures in there that's not in the newer books, especially in track sets. But anyway, so we'll go ahead and pull this one out, take a look at it real quick. Let's see what else you got. There's something else in there. So we got cardboard. Oh, okay, cool. Here's a e-sheet of the 57 T-Bird. That's an exclusive for this set. It says 1993 there in the corner. I guess I should have put that up there a little better. So that's pretty cool. And then you've got the actual set of cars here, which is really cool. Let me see if I can open this. Alright, now you should be able to see them a little better. Alright, if you start there, you've got a 63 split window Corvette, you've got an 80s Firebird, you got the Auburn, you got the 65 Mustang convertible, you got the 3-window 34, you've got the Corvette convertible, you've got the Thunderburner, you got the 57 T-Bird, which is the exclusive for this with the 25th anniversary on the top. Let's see if I can show you that one there. Yeah, this one's exclusive for this set. Hard to see there, but it's got the 25th anniversary. Looks like the casting's kind of rough on this one. You can see there the swirl marks because I just opened this. First time I think it's ever been out of plastic. Then we got a Hot Bird. Then we've got the Camaro Z28, 59 Caddy, the Cobra. You've got the 34 Ford Delivery. You got the Camaro. You got the Chevy Stalker, and you've got the Chevrolet 4x4 Blazer. So that's a pretty cool set right there. See if I can get this put back up real quick. So anyway, I think that's about all I'm going to go over today. If you're liking what you're seeing, please like, share, follow, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. We'll go over some more Blackwalls, Redlines, Real Riders, whatever you want to go over. If there's something you want to know more about or see more of, put it in the comments and I'll try to get it in one of the next ones. But I think that's all I'm going to go over for today. I appreciate you coming back and seeing me, and I hope you catch you on the next one. Thank you. it is what it is. All my life I've been over the top. I don't know what I'm doing. All I know is I don't want to stop. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Don't worry, folks. After all, it's only a cartoon.